This here is a Thinkpad Yoga 15. It's a couple years ago. It's Broadwell based, relatively recent, and it stopped working. I already copied data off for its owner, so now I'm going to try to get it working cheaply, because it's still relatively new. So I wouldn't try to toss it. So I've already taken the bottom off to look at it, and this is all you see. And when I plug power into the power port, which is hiding somewhere on this one, it blinks its red light and then does nothing, which basically yells to me that there's probably something wrong with the motherboard. And I think the power button's actually on the side on this one for some reason. And there we go. Power button's been pressed, this light turns off for a second, fan never spins up, and it basically appears to be dead. I can unplug the battery to make sure it's not that, but that's pretty unlikely that a battery keeps the board from posting. But if we give that a shot, we get the exact same result. And other tests have shown that it's probably, almost certainly, the motherboard. Pretty unlikely to be the RAM. You could still check it by taking out a stick or two. Should boot with one stick just fine. No difference with one stick. There's not much else that could really die on it. These other little boards, there's really nothing that could fail on them. I truly doubt it's this little board here. The battery's unplugged right now, and most all laptops work fine without the board. Fan's not going to cause it. The CPU's uneven warm. And the CPU and GPU both soldered on here, so it's probably that. So I got a new board for it, and we're going to try that now. This is awful. They have connectors on the bottom. One's for the speaker here, which isn't that bad. The other one's for the keyboard, I'm guessing. And it's here, and you have to pull them back the opposite way. I don't think I can get my fingers in it, so I'm going to have to do it with a screwdriver. That's awful. Come on. The old board is out. I will complain. This is probably one of the worst I've had to work with, at least recently. And I've taken apart a fair number of laptops, like connectors on the back of it, making it really hard. This piece sticking up makes it a pain. The hinges kind of go over it, so unless you want to take the whole hinge off, which I don't, you have to kind of pry this up. It's just bad. There's a lot of mechanisms in here because the keyboard folds up when you close it, or like turn it to tablet mode. It's a very wide motherboard, the full width. Most motherboards aren't in laptops, especially in 15s. Yeah, there's a lot of connectors going to it. I know it has like a few extra things like the separate side buttons, which need another connector, the touchscreen. But man, that's a bad one. So let's get putting the new board in. And here's the new motherboard. I think this is a pull from another laptop. It said it was working on eBay. Generally, eBay's relatively good at this, and unless you have direct ties to the manufacturer, it's pretty much the best place to get it. Lenovo's not going to sell you these directly because they just want you to buy a new one, and most local service shops just want you to fix it. Want them to fix it for you, and I really don't know where everyone sources these from. I get them from eBay. So, pulling out the board, being very careful with it because it's long and fragile. We see chips are clean. It's definitely been used though. It comes with a little side USB piece, which I guess that's nice. And looks fine. I mean, unless I test it, I can't really confirm anything, but nothing about it would look bad to me. My bet would be this is from a pull from something with like a bad screen. So now on to the really annoying and awful connectors here. And I was thinking there'd gotta be a better way to do these connectors. And yes, there is. So the more correct way is you can pull them out and you get like another couple inches, which allows you to easily, somewhat easily, slip these in here and lock them in. And because I am optimistic, we're gonna just see if she works here. And we got screen. She's working. There's EFI problems with secure boot, but who cares? She boots. Time to put the rest of it together, and then we can finish up. You can feel the chip starting to get warm. You need to still put the Wi-Fi card in, and a couple of important things like the battery. But She's looking good. So I've yet to put the SSD back in, but I'm gonna just check on this to make sure everything's set right. I don't think I can actually change anything on here, but oh boy, can I? Please let me change date and time. Oh, there it is. So we're gonna reset the date and time. So it looks like it has most of the changes I want. I currently have a Fedora Linux live USB on it, and we're gonna just see if that works well right now. Yeah, so a little bit of testing here. Everything seems to be working fine. So a couple of quick tests are just audio with YouTube, or I guess I can just use the volume adjuster, which I need to press function to use. Yep, that sounds fine. Not gonna play anything because copyright stuff. Oh my gosh, stop bugging me about speed test. Network's working fine. That's like on my network, we're getting almost 200 up and down. Touchscreen works fine. Which is cool. Keyboard's working fine. Power button's working fine. And if I flip it over, I don't know if Linux does anything smart. I think Windows should switch modes. Hey, where did you go? I don't know how that's supposed to work. I don't know if it's disabling in Linux or if it's the fact that I don't have it working. But the system still works and feels like it's going to sleep or something. There is a good chance it is because I don't have the bottom on it. So we'll try it once we get the bottom on. But otherwise it looks fine. Here's one more fun thing to look at in the thermal camera. So taking a quick look, we can see really, it hasn't been running for too long, but it's not super hot. There's a bit of a warm spot right here behind the screen. My bet would be that the backlight's there. And the cords are a bit warm. And if we flip it over to look on the bottom, where all the actual heat should be getting made. If we look at the bottom, we can see definitely where the cells in those batteries are. They're getting charged. The heat pipe is definitely warm. It looks like the GPU's off from the looks of it because that GPU heat spreader is a lot colder. We got one little warm spot right here, which probably is under here. It's probably a power regulator. Don't know exactly what it is. The reflections, a lot of this metal reflects, so you can't tell super well, but that's a fun little look at a laptop. Nothing out of the ordinary. I think that bright spot there was only like 40 C, which is exactly as expected. I'm going to go get Windows back on this guy from the original image and give it back to him, and should all be working fine. Thanks for watching this little laptop review video, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future.